I really can't help you. I'm not the best with SMGs. Since if you've seen my video, I barely use them except for a P90 that was silenced and whatnot. But usually I'm not a headshot guy. I get a lot of kills and I don't die much, but that's mostly because I'm aiming for the middle of the chest, except when I'm sniping. But I still aim for the middle of the chest, so I usually rely on recoil to give me my headshots. So Scorpion, I never really got a lot of headshots with that either. You can either force yourself to aim up, which will probably cause you to die more because you'll be missing more because it's a smaller target you're aiming at, or just use silencer and a UAV jammer and try to sneak up on people. A good level for that is block, I believe. Yeah, it's block. Well, I just try to sneak up on the snipers that are sniping. You can just walk up and easily shoot them in the head a few times, and then there you go, there's a headshot. See, I believe this is Shupachu asks what made me decide to be an LPer. Well, I'm sure a lot of people saw that one. It's an original Super Mario Brothers hack. It's called like the hardest Mario, and there's a guy commentating on it, and he kind of sounds like Christopher Walken. So I found that video, thought it was funny, looked up some other stuff on it, and lo and behold, I found some other LPers channels like Proton John and Azure Blade. I found those two, and then found a few more. Decided, hey, I can make these videos too, and someone will probably think it's funny. So started making some videos. Didn't start off like I had hoped. It was really hard to start off. I really didn't get any help from anyone that I asked. I had to figure everything out by myself, and it took quite some time to get everything rolling. Now it's pretty easy. It was harder. It's ironic because it was harder to figure out how to use a computer screen capture than it was to figure out how to capture audio and video off of my Xbox and make videos. It took more time for a Super Nintendo emulator than it took for an Xbox. It just kind of boggles my mind because the video wasn't coming out right, and that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much what made me want to be an LPer. Proton John and Azure Blade, and I gave them credit when I first started out, and they pretty much stopped uploading videos, except for Zero. He's been uploading some Mega Man stuff, which has been good. But Lupinius94 asks, what kind of RPG do I like better, turn-based or button mashing? Well, since when I was growing up, there was basically turn-based stuff, which I found it was pretty good. It was nice. You were more in for the story rather than the action, but I like them equal. Turn-based kind of gives you a little bit of strategy to use, and button mashing is kind of like an action adventure kind of thing, like Fable 2 and against Final Fantasy 7. I still love those games, but I'd say equal. This name could be pronounced several different ways. It could either be pronounced Daiquiri 432 or Daiquiri 430, depending on how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna call him Daiquiri 432. I'm sorry, guy or girl. But he asks, or she asks, what is my favorite console of all time? Probably right now the Xbox 360, because this is probably the first console that I've actually been able to buy with my own money and buy whatever I wanted, to be honest. And the other ones are good. Super Nintendo and Nintendo were really good. Can't really beat Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World, or the Mega Man games, even though I never really played them because they kicked my ass and still do. So that would be that. A lot of people, only one person I think asked this on the page, but a lot of people have asked me over the months that I've been doing this, what does SSoHPKC stand for? Probably out of the people that watch, only 2 or 3 know what it really stands for, and they're really probably not going to tell you because they know it would piss me off, so they usually are going to keep that under wraps. If you remember Jason, or if you don't know him, he knows. I referenced him a lot early on. Someone that posts named Solex knows, and someone else knows. I don't know his name, but I know him as Captain Scuba Steve. He plays Xbox. He knows, and they know that if they told people what it stood for, that they'd probably get banned from the channel, and I'd probably be really pissed at them. Because as far as I'm concerned, SSOH doesn't stand for anything. It used to, but now I just use it as my alias. But the PKC stands for, in school, college since I graduated. Now I don't go to school now, but I just work. We had to make fictitious companies for a project, and I came up with PKC. It's an acronym for Psychokinetic Collaboration, which was inspired from the Mother series. But that's what the PKC stands for, Psychokinetic Collaboration. You can see it in the intro videos of mine usually. And since I started doing these, I've changed the name from PKC to PKS, even though I didn't change my name. There's really no point. I don't even know if you can. It would be pointless. But it's now PKS Psychokinetic Studio, so there's that. So I think I've answered every question but one. I have to look over these again to make sure. I didn't choose everyone's question, so sorry, but I chose some. But Chelsea asked, what do I look for when I'm searching for a guy or a girl to date? I assume you're not gay, but hey, I never know. Yeah, I'm nothing wrong with it, but I'm not gay. And if I come off as flaming, I'm sorry, but I try not to be. Because, I don't like go around and wear rainbow spenders and whatnot. But no, I'm not gay. So to any of the guys that liked me out there, sorry to break your hearts, but we can be friends, but not friends with benefits or anything. So basically the question is, what do I look for when I'm searching for a girl? Obviously I have to be attracted to said person, because you're probably, it sounds selfish, but you're probably not going to be really happy with someone that you're not attracted to physically. So they have to look good to, me, at least. Other people have different views on what good looks like. So that's a first, and then a very close second, their personality. If they're whiny and bitchy, then I'm probably gonna get annoyed with them quickly. Like a girl at work, she looks pretty good, but is whiny and bitchy, so pass on that. Anything? Oh, if they're gold diggers, no, I don't have a lot of money to throw around right now. Just coming out of college and having school loans to pay and car insurance. So if they require a lot of money, maybe if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't care, but I don't. So I'm not going to go without eating so you can have a new shirt. So, sorry. Those are probably the top 3 things I look for. If they look good, they don't have a crappy personality, and if they don't want me for all my money, even though I don't have a lot. So, hope that answered your questions. I'm going to close the comments on that video forever, pretty much, because there's no point in keeping comments open. Because if someone asks a question like 8 months from now, I'm not going to answer it. So I'll just make a new Q&A video whenever I hit a certain amount of subs again. So thank you for watching. Stay with me. If you have any requests, ask. I'll try to get to it. If you have Mario hacks, send them to me. There's a line, but I'll get to it eventually. I'm trying to get through the remaining stuff. So thank you for everyone that subbed. Thank you to everyone that's going to sub, and thank you to everyone for not unsubbing me at some point. So keep up the good work, guys.